Hello everyone, Mass Toys Black Suit Spider-Man is finally here. And the original name is actually Black Suit Neighbor, which is a very weird choice of name, I would say. But yeah, they wanted to use an unofficial name, of course. This is a third-party company, it's not a bootleg figure because it's a totally new sculpt. And the package is nice, simple, and it looks like a Mesco 112 package. Of course, you also see your 112 that they stole from Mesco, and Maestos logo here, and the back, nothing to see there. It's an okay package, I think. So we got some accessories here. I'm already having them out here. So one head sculpt, which has more squinty eyes. So this one looks very similar to the one that came with Secret Wars Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Very similar. We're gonna go compare that later. And web effects that also came with Revoltech Spider-Man, the 2.0, which I'm not a big fan of. I think they just look weird, just too animated. Not even that. I think they just don't look good. Anyway, so this one is better. It could have been a bit thinner, I think, but yeah, it's the exact copy of Revoltech, I think. We're gonna try it on. So you can port this into the web shooting hands, but we don't get regular web shooting hands like this one, you know. We got the one for Symbiote, so this is basically Symbiote Spider-Man, not Black Suit. So it's not stitching, it's not cloth, it is Symbiote. So that's why we get only this fist web shooting hands. But this ports in very nicely. I like that they did this. This looks seamless. It's not like this other type that you put in the wrist joint. So much better choice. And yeah, you got a hole there, of course, and if you don't have the web there, it still doesn't look so bad. It's just a black dot. And yeah, all the other hands, one open hand like this. We get 3 sets of open palm hands, basically. Some are for web climbing. I think this you can use for web climbing. Also the one he has, this suits better with the web climbing. It's more like this, and one is more open, and one is more like relaxed, more like when it's jumping and stuff. And one like this is a regular relaxed hand you can use as. And of course we get regular fists without the hole up there, which is nice as well. But I wish we got this web shooting as well, but we don't, but it's not a big deal. And this other head sculpt, I think I prefer this one over the squinty eyes, but I wish we got more options or some more classic looking stuff like McFarlane style. Anyway, so figure is very nice. I'm really happy about it. I put the box aside so you see it clearly. So putting this pose was very easy, and of course it's gonna be very articulated. And one thing I really like about this figure is the matte finish. So it looks really premium. It's not like a regular bootleg, you know, the CT Toys, but so far this is the most quality feeling I had from a CT Toys or a Mass Toys figure. It's basically CT Toys, it's called Mass Toys because it's their third-party project. I was teasing these since a long time. And yeah, you can already order this. I don't know if it's pre-order still. If you didn't order it early enough, maybe it's now you have to wait. I don't know that, but I will put the link in the description. So as you can see, very clean paint. I have no issues at all. Very clean, and the matte finish looks really premium. Head sculpt, very clean. Of course, there's basic paint. There's nothing going on here, no shading, nothing. But still, it's still very good. And here's a comparison with the CG Toys Black Suit Spider-Man. I have a custom head here. As you can see, the white paint wasn't the cleanest. It was missing the spots on the sculpt. Here, it's not the same thing. But of course, these are thicker arms of the spider. Here's a thinner, it's maybe harder to paint. But yeah, it looks better than CG Toys one because, as I said, it is matte and not shiny plastic. And let's compare them side to side. Maybe a bit. Yeah, so he is taller. which is a great thing. It's exactly the same Revoltech, original Revoltech size. So he's gonna fit with your Marvel Legends. CT Toys didn't fit before, unfortunately, but you can see it's a huge difference. And there's not much of a price difference, I think. This is a bit more expensive, I guess. But yeah, you can see the legs are shining and stuff. Some spots are more matte, but CT Toys is, Mass Toys is completely matte. And of course, we got more articulations. Some people are more fan of the Mafex one. Some people are like this. I'm not sure. I think I prefer the Mafex engineering and articulation. These joints bother me too much. Of course, you can hide them. Especially the ones on the shoulders are the worst. It's harder to hide them. But the arms you can hide somehow. And here on the chest, the spider logo is cut, but still, it doesn't look so bad. I think they did a very good job with that. So I think Marvel Legends should learn from this, that they can somehow make it still work and have butterfly joints on every Spider-Man figure. I mean, you have to have butterfly joints on a Spider-Man figure. There's no other way. So you can make that work, and as I said, you can hide the joint somehow and make a pose. Let's make a jumping pose, for example. Shoulders are hard to hide, as I said. But see, you don't see the arms anymore once you bend them. And in the knees, these kind of things are bothering me. But yeah, the original Revolta also had that. I think that's really weird thing, I think. I wish I could just cut it off. Maybe I'm gonna even do that. I don't know. Maybe he would look like he doesn't have a knee at the end. But yeah, they should do something about this. Not Mass Toys, but Revoltech, because they are the original ones created this, of course. So here we have also a joint, which is okay. It doesn't look that bad. And of course we have toe articulation, which is also nice, and a ball joint here, of course. And yeah, head can look up very, very high, which is great. He has a long neck, but it works for this kind of things. Here's a gap once you do that, of course. But yeah, you can put it a bit down. You can still hide that, and he can still look up very high. But yeah, once you make a pose like this, and you see the joint here, and you turn it, cover it somehow, you don't see it anymore. Here, we can also do it like this. So you can make some poses and make it look less visible. One issue is I think he cannot crunch forward as much as I wanted to. So not bad, it's not bad at all. But once you push a bit more, it pops out. So there's this piece. I tried removing that, but it didn't look so good. You can see, and it doesn't improve the articulation that much. So you can do that, get a bit more range if you want, removing this piece. But I think it's not worth it. So I'm gonna put it back. So I wish there was more range there, but it's not that bad. I just think it would fit better for this figure to like make a sitting pose. Not sitting, but maybe also just your regular Spider-Man crunching pose on his toes. If you try to do that, I think he would have needed a bit more range there. So yeah, I just do a quick pose. You can see, and yeah, joints are visible. You can turn it, hide it, as I said before. Shoulders are unhideable, but since it's a black figure, it's not gonna be the worst thing. So then you have a dark light, a dark atmosphere, and make it somehow look nice on your pictures. And I'm gonna have some pictures on my Instagram if you're interested. Follow me there. Very nice, very, very nice. I bet some people are gonna sell their Mafex to just get this. There goes the leg, but I think I can just pop that in. Yes. So some people are gonna prefer this because it's much cheaper, more articulation. If you don't care that the joints look ugly sometimes, and it's gonna take a bit more time to pose this. If you own the Revoltech, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's try the other head sculpt. So this looks actually good. I didn't expect this to look this good. This fits well to this body. I might display with this. And let's try on a wrap effect. So this, you can also pour it in, of course. But as I said, I don't really like this. This looks just too weird, in my opinion. So I'm gonna use the other one. Yeah, this looks much better. Let's make a quick another pose. That pops out again. Nah, I wish you could bend more, really. But yeah, still nice. And the leg goes up here very high. That's good. Here we go. That looks good. That looks good. I like that. You can pour it in the web, really nice. So I can highly recommend this guy. Really, for the price, it's amazing. It feels premium. It doesn't even smell like plastic or how you get that weird smell from the cheap stuff that you get on AliExpress. With this guy, you don't get it at all, which is very nice. Let's make some more size comparison. So here he is compared to the Marvel Legends Retro Spider-Man and the recently released Secret Wars Spider-Man. He's a bit taller than the Secret Wars and a bit shorter than the Retro Symbiote Spider-Man. And I think it works very well. I think it's right in the sweet spot. And one thing I'm curious about is if the head sculpt from Mayfax would fit on that figure. So I got the original Mayfax head here, not the CQ one because that's gonna be too small. The joint inside looks similar. Let's try it on. Nope, it's not working. So I pushed it too hard. I don't know where my neck is. It just dropped somewhere. I need to find that. But basically, this joint inside is too small for the joint here. You could make it work. You could drill it or remove this piece here and put a sticky tag and make it work. Or the easiest option is just to have a Marvel Legends head and put a sticky tag and put it in. But yeah, headless and neckless Spider-Man here. I will find it, of course, but I don't see it anywhere right now. It's gonna take a while. And yeah, if you want more pictures, check my Instagram. See you in the next one.